Join me as I explore the world of meat contamination, uncovering the real dangers posed by hormones, steroids, antibiotics, and other hidden threats to our health. Have you ever wondered what's really in your meat? It's a question we should all be asking. Our plates are often filled with chicken breasts, ground beef, pork chops, but what do we know about how these animals were raised and what went into their bodies before they reached our tables? Modern meat production is a far cry from the idyllic image of animals grazing in open pastures. Industrial farming often involves using substances that raise serious concerns about our health and the environment, from hormones and antibiotics to chlorine washes and the ever-present threat of Salmonella contamination. The dangers lurking in our meat are often hidden from plain sight. This essay will explore these hidden dangers and the potential health risks associated with industrial meat production. We also offer guidance on making safer and more informed choices for ourselves and our families. In the relentless pursuit of more extensive, faster-growing animals, the meat industry has turned to hormones and steroids. These growth-promoting substances boost animal growth rates, allowing producers to bring meat to market faster and increase their profits. While the use of growth hormones in poultry is banned in the United States, their use is permitted in beef and pork production. This means that the juicy steak or pork chop on your plate could contain residues of these hormones.
The potential health effects of consuming hormone-treated meat are a subject of ongoing debate. Some studies have suggested a link between hormone residues in meat and an increased risk of certain cancers, early puberty in girls, and reproductive problems in men.
Antibiotics have revolutionized human and animal medicine, but their overuse in livestock farming is a recipe for disaster. Farmers routinely administer antibiotics to their animals to prevent disease in crowded and often unsanitary conditions, even in the absence of illness. This widespread use of antibiotics is contributing to a growing public health crisis: antibiotic resistance.
When constantly exposed to antibiotics, animals create a breeding ground for drug-resistant bacteria or superbugs. These superbugs can then spread from animals to humans through contaminated food, water, and even the air. Infections caused by antibiotic-resistant bacteria are notoriously difficult to treat, leading to more extended illnesses, higher healthcare costs, and increased mortality rates.
Salmonella is a foodborne pathogen that can cause serious illness, particularly in young children, the elderly, and individuals with weakened immune systems. Poultry and eggs are familiar sources of Salmonella contamination, and outbreaks linked to contaminated meat are reported with alarming regularity. The contamination often occurs during the slaughtering and processing of animals, when bacteria from the intestines can come into contact with the meat. Poor hygiene practices and inadequate sanitation measures further exacerbate the problem.
Symptoms of salmonellosis, the illness caused by salmonella, include diarrhea, fever, abdominal cramps, and vomiting. While most people recover without treatment, some cases can be severe and even life-threatening.
The chlorine wash, a necessary evil. The meat industry often resorts to a controversial practice: chlorine washes to combat the threat of bacterial contamination. This involves rinsing chicken and other meats in chlorinated water to kill bacteria like Salmonella and Campylobacter. While chlorine effectively reduces bacterial counts, concerns about its potential health effects have been raised. Some studies suggest that chlorine washes can create harmful byproducts, such as chloroform, which has been linked to cancer. Moreover, critics argue that chlorine washes are a band-aid solution that masks deeper problems in the meat production system. They argue that addressing issues such as overcrowding, poor hygiene, and overuse of antibiotics would be more effective in preventing contamination in the first place. The true cost of cheap meat. Public health under threat. The hidden dangers in our meat come at a steep price, not just for our health, but for public health as a whole. The overuse of antibiotics in livestock farming is fueling the rise of antibiotic resistance, threatening to undermine decades of progress in fighting infectious diseases. Outbreaks of foodborne illnesses linked to contaminated meat are a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities in our food system. These outbreaks can have devastating consequences, leading to hospitalizations, deaths, and significant economic losses. Moreover, the long-term health effects of consuming hormone-treated meat are still being debated, but the potential risks are concerning enough to warrant caution. The possibility of increased cancer risks, early puberty, and reproductive problems should give us pause. Environmental fallout, the meat industry's footprint. The environmental impact of industrial meat production is another primary concern. Factory farms generate enormous amounts of animal waste, polluting waterways, contaminating groundwater, and releasing harmful greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. The production of animal feed, particularly soy and corn, is a significant driver of deforestation, habitat loss, and biodiversity decline. Vast swaths of land are cleared to make way for monoculture crops, destroying vital ecosystems and contributing to climate change. Furthermore, the transportation of animals and meat products over long distances requires significant amounts of fossil fuels, further increasing the meat industry's carbon footprint. Navigating the meat market. Tips for safer choices. Making informed choices can feel daunting in a world where meat production is often shrouded in secrecy. However, there are steps we can take to reduce our exposure to the hidden dangers in our meat. One important strategy is to choose meat from animals raised without antibiotics. Look for labels such as raised without antibiotics, antibiotic-free, or certified organic. These labels indicate that the animals were not routinely given antibiotics.
Another important consideration is the origin of your meat. Choosing meat from local farms or farmers markets can give you more transparency into the farming practices used and allow you to ask the farmers questions directly.
A call for change, demanding better meat for all. The hidden dangers in our meat are a symptom of a more significant problem, a food system that prioritizes profit over public health and environmental sustainability. It's time to demand better from our food system and hold the meat industry accountable for its practices. Consumers have power. By choosing meat from producers who prioritize animal welfare, responsible antibiotic use, and environmental stewardship, we can send a clear message that we demand change. We can also advocate for stronger regulations and policies that promote transparency, traceability, and higher standards in meat production. By working together, we can create a food system that nourishes us without compromising our health or the health of our planet. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more insightful food safety and health content. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on meat safety in the comments below. If you want to learn more about food safety and health, check out my other videos.